And that's what we need for high performance, where if you just stay with knowledge, then you won't press for what is already in existence. People achieve more, by imagining something better. Last month I was listening to Les Brown, and he was talking about how people were able to increase the height they could jump, at competitions. At some point, the level in time, the maximum height that people could jump was so low because of the technique by which they were jumping. With that technique, they could not only go so high. But as people changed techniques, they could then go higher. As they changed techniques, they could go higher. At first, it was that they needed to go with two legs, but going with two legs, there's only so high you can jump. But they changed from when they went with their head, with their one leg first, second leg first. All of that, as they changed techniques, they were able to succumb greater heights, right? And that comes from imagination. As you think about it, how can I overcome this ordeal in my life? These are the things we've done so far that have not worked. What are the things that we can change that will make us overcome this part that has not been overcome so far, right? That's how people overcome. That's how people become creative. That's how people discover new things. That's how today we got into the artificial intelligence, and that's not even stopped yet. There's a continuous development. We heard the other day of Chinese people being able to do it at a much cheaper cost than the Americans are doing it. That's opened a new realm. People just same way, with personal computers, it used to be a mainframe. We all used to use a mainframe, big, gigantic machines. Today, I'm able to talk to you with just a small computer. We're able to use laptops. I'm able to do it over my phone, right? This used to be mainframes. I remember when I did computing in the university, we had to go use punch cards. We didn't have personal computers, to write programs on. We had to go punch cards, then go run those. We couldn't run it ourselves, give it to operator to run our cards for us. But human continue to evolve by thinking, by thinking, by thinking of a better way to do things, right? If you can think, you can make money, right? Don't forget again, it's not money. You don't need money to make money. You need your mind to make money. Money is made by the mind, not by money. If you can think, you can make money. If you can think, you can make money. All you have to do is think about a better way to do it than every other person is doing it, or a better way to do it than is presently being done, and money will come your way. It's not money that makes money, it's the mind that makes money, right? So the greatest achievement was at first for a time or a dream. You can dream. You can dream of a future. You can dream of a future where your needs will be met. You can dream of a future where your wants will be met. You can be dream of a future where you will have more than enough. You can dream of a future where you'll be doing something no other person is doing, and then begin to bring it to pass. Right? The hawk sleeps in the acorn. The bird waits in the egg, and in the highest vision of the soul, a waking angel stares. Dreams are the seedlings of reality. Dream a dream, begin to bring it to pass by applying yourself. There's a poem here, that probably exemplifies a bit of what we've been talking about. It says, I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more, because that's what I bargained for. However, I begged that evening when I counted my scanty store. However, I begged that evening, life would just pay what we bargained for. And that is a story we see also in the Bible. The Bible talks about the owner of the farm went in the morning to bargain with the workers. They agreed on a certain amount, and that's what he paid. But finally, he went in and just told some people, just come and work, I'll pay you whatever I feel I will. And he gave them about the same amount. But he says it's what you bargain for that you get out of life, right? If you The last people bargained on the sincerity, the benevolence, the generosity of the farmer, and they got that. Life will give you what you bargain for. Life will not give you what you wish for. Life will give you what you bargain for. Life will give you what you desire, what you believe for, what you apply yourself for, what you begin to become for, what your person is calling for. Life will give you who you are, because life is attracted. Whatever you get out of life is attracted, right? Riches is attracted, it's not pursued. Life will reward you according to who you are. Life will reward you according to the cost that you are causing. For every cost, uh, for every cost, there's an equal and opposite effect. Jesus puts it this way: He says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you." And it's not going to come in the same amount, it's going to come in a bigger amount. It says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaking together, and running over. So shall men give into your bosom." Not heaven, men give into your bosom. Give, and it shall be given unto you. And the effect of your giving will cause an inflow into your life. Right? So the second verse of that point, when it says, "For life is a just employer. It gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why you must bear the task." Right? You must bear the tax for what you have said, because what you give is what you will receive, though in a bigger amount, but to be equivalent in a sense to what you give. Right? I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage had asked of life, life would have willingly paid. Life will give you whatsoever wages you ask of life, right? If you, but because you ask of it by giving of yourself. When we say use the word ask, it's not just your words of mouth, it's applying yourself also. Because the world works by giving and receiving, seed time, harvest time, right? You have to sow according to what you desire of life, right?